Okay, we're live. Hi. Hi, gamers. Uh, Welcome to gaming. Hello. Blah. I don't know why I'm so sluggish today. It'll probably clear up in, like, a minute. It's probably because I'm not, like, talking, yet. But it's ghost head time. Yeah, it's just one of those days. It's because I took so long off of streaming. Because I had a guest in the house. So, I had to, like, take the time off of streaming. I get really embarrassed, having, like, streaming, but, like, having people aware of my streaming. I get embarrassed that people know I stream and then hear me stream. It doesn't really make any sense. Hold on. Hi. Hello. Hi. I love having my little hands. Hello. Alright. So let's recap, right? What exactly is going on in Clock Tower Ghost Head? So Alyssa has a ghost in her head named Mr. Bates. We have gone to our family's house, and one of our family members has turned into a zombie. The other was possessed by a ghost. We burnt an evil statue to stop the possession, and then we went to the hospital. Our family members, supposedly went to the hospital with us, just like in Psycho. Wow, yeah, exactly, just like in Psycho. Our family members went to the hospital with us, and we found out that Uncle Phil works for I don't know, it's like like a pharmaceutical company that is making zombies. Very original. Who would have thought? Zombie making pharmaceutical company, is involved with our dad, who has stolen his research from another researcher at the lab. Our uncle is the head of the lab, and the lab makes zombies, but also has caused the family to be cursed, and some babies are born with ghosts in their head. I don't know. I don't know. If I had to give this one a... Hey, this is the place I get to in every Clock Tower game where I start off like, alright, they're setting up a very clear sort of, plot. A plot where they're asking some very direct questions. Why do we have a ghost in our head? Why is our family cursed? Why are people getting possessed? What happened to our weird, fucked up cousin who, bleeds yellow blood, right? And then I'm like, well, surely, by the time we get to the end of the game, they will give us satisfying conclusions to these questions. And as the end of the game grows nearer and nearer, I have to get more and more desperate. Like, well, it'll all come together. It'll all come together. Don't worry. It'll all come together. We just don't understand the mystery of Scissorman. And once we understand the mystery of Scissorman, well, it'll be great. The game will be very good. And then you find out that Scissorman is a possessed child who has to get sucked into a door because of a statue. And you're just like, fucking man. Dude, are you really serious? Alright, let's get back into streaming. I think it's time for video games. Because it's always time for video games. Alright. Gaming time, baby! Alright. So. We are Alyssa. Oh dear God, we are Alyssa. We have a lot of fucking card keys and a survival knife. Now, there is but one, like, hanging thing in Puzzle Land that I think we have to do, which is open a dead body. Wait, would you have something to say about this? No. That Mr. Bates says has something sticking out of it. We can't say anything about this, by the way. This weird, fucked up, charred corpse, yeah, we got nothing on that. The door is locked. Now, here's the other thing about this fucking game, is that as you get deeper and deeper into the game, the levels become longer, and now they set us up with a level where we have to travel end to end with backtracking. And, hopefully, when we get to the, place we're backtracking to, that'll have the puzzle solution. Or it could just not. It's really, up to the game to decide when we're ready to solve puzzles. When this was in a tiny house at the start of the game, I was like, wow, that's cool. And now that it's in, a giant level that we have to go through, it's kind of like, okay. You found a shotgun? Yeah, we have a machine gun. Okay. So what about over here? Nothing. What about this? Yeah, Alyssa?
Well, there's nothing here.
There's nothing here, she says. Okay, buddy, what about this? Now this
They're all labeled cerebral toxin.
is Clock Tower.
Gosh, there's so much of it.
Gosh, there's so much of it. I took an extended break from streaming. I had my cousin over my house. And it was very nice. She took me to get, my first manicure and pedicure done, which I enjoyed.
Well, there's nothing here.
Manicures and pedicures are very weird. Like, I don't want to... How do I put this? A manicure and a pedicure seem to...
The statue. But why is it here? I
don't
thought
know.
I burned it.
Yeah, it's a gold fucking statue, girl.
The statue. But why is it here? I thought I burned it.
So here's the thing about manicures and pedicures. I feel, personally uncomfortable having a person, how do I put this? The worker during a manicure and pedicure feels almost, incidental. It feels like a manicure and a pedicure and that kind of, care, really relies on cheap labor, of a lower class to provide kind of comfort, and this person doing the work is, like, basically ornamental, to, like, what you're having done, as opposed to having, like, I don't know, having somebody touch my body for money and, like, feeling like I am getting a deal on that makes me a little uncomfortable just in its very conception. But, like, my nails are done, and that's nice. I got them done. I got my nails done. I am very bad at doing my own nails.
Well, there's nothing in here.
I am, like, really bad at doing my own nails. And, like, getting them done does feel nice, but I don't know if I would say it's something I deeply enjoy. Like, mostly because I feel very weird about having a stranger touch my body for money in a way that I had kind of conceptualized before I got the manicure done, and after I got the manicure done, I was like, this lady is just like, she's just here. Like, she just is here doing this. And I kind of feel, like, odd about that. Like, if a robot could paint my nails, I would be much more comfortable with it. But if a person is going to be doing it, I feel like they should get paid a high price for that. 'Cause it's like, I mean, like, I don't know. Feet are kind of nasty. I'm not really a foot girl. So having somebody touch my feet, which are not nasty at all by any means, they're very cute. But, like, that lady has to go and touch nasty feet for, like, not enough pay. And I don't like the idea of that. You would have to pay me a lot of money to touch a stranger's feet. So having to touch multiple strangers' feet in a day is just like, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. I don't want to do that. But, boy, is it very normalized. Maybe I just need to get more manicures and pedicures and stuff. But, it's a very odd and foreign concept to me. Like, I enjoy getting my nails done because I like having done nails. I have never had a mani-pedi, so I don't know how to feel about it. It's very interesting. Part of it is being massaged. Like, a part of it is that they massage you and stuff. I mean, my feet were looking cute at the end of it. Like, at that I liked.
George Maxwell.
But, like...
Is there anyone at the lab by the name of Maxwell?
Oh my god, yes, he's the zombie, yes. Yes, there is, Alyssa, yeah. Like, I've also never had a massage. Yeah, I mean, like, they're comfortable because having, like, your body interacted with in a pleasant way is pleasant. But, like, having a stranger touch your body is kind of weird. It's kind of like, there's nobody that tells you what's going to happen during a pedicure. Nobody is like, so I'm gonna walk you through all the steps of how we're going to touch you. It's just kind of like they do it. They start doing it. Like, they started pulling my pants legs up and stuff, and I'm just like, well, I guess I'm paying for this. That freaks me out a little. Yeah. As a foreign concept, it feels very, very weird. And it feels like it's something that relies on cheap labor in order to be accessible to somebody like me. And I don't like that one fucking bit. It's very, very odd. It's just like, you're on for the ride. I don't even... Is that what I needed to do? Is that a puzzle? So scary! Okay, I guess that's just a spook. Alright, sure. So this is, yeah, it's just like, I guess that's just a thing that moves.
It's full of some yellow liquid.
Yeah, you think that that may be some sort of cerebral toxin, maybe? Yeah, it's a piss bucket. It's pee-pee. It's piddle. Okay. Now, what about this?
I wonder what this is.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder what this is.
I don't know, Alyssa. What is that?
I wonder what this is.
Yeah, okay. At the very least, we moved a cart. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm at the point of the game where shit just happens, and I have to find out where it happens. And that's about it. It's so upsetting to, hold on. To see this game take a rotting corpse. Hey, it's me. Wow. I can't believe they put me in this game. It's Shannon! Yeah, looking good.
Cerebral toxin.
She is just like cerebral toxin? Huh? What? What? Toxin for the cerebrum?
What kind of research was being done
Oh
here?
my god, what even is that? Hi, Shannon.
You despicable wench. You ruined my life.
Okay. Good.
Your curse has befallen me, and I'll never forgive you for it.
Alright. Kinda sounds like a you problem. Dude, I don't have to click. I don't have to mash.
Die, you cursed wench.
She just killed me. That's an ending. That's gotta be an ending. Alright. Well, thank you for that, Shannon.
Foolish little girl.
Yeah, we definitely did talk to you and you choked us out. I mean, like, that is what happened. Alright, and that's Clock Tower Ghost Head. Oh, how'd you like it? Woohoo. Yeah, that's ending G, I guess. So if we continue, where are we continuing from exactly? It's a data load situation. That's not a continue situation, is it? No, that's a data load situation. So where are we starting from? Oh, goodness golly gosh. Hold on a second. Hold on. Alright, alright, okay, alright. So we're starting from right here. That's where we're starting from. And we don't need to check that floor. So I gotta get back to Shannon. I should have figured that Shannon would have choked me out without a chance to retaliate or defend myself. I should have figured that. And not done it, I guess. How could I be so stupid? Okay, so now we know what we have to do. We gotta go see Shannon. We gotta put the amulet down before we see Shannon, assumedly. Use knife on Shannon. That might be a good idea. But she's a fucking ghost. She's like a little whittle ghosty. I don't know if she gets knifed. I missed the ghost part. I mean, she has very pale skin. And I think that she has a ghost voice. Shannon was haunting us in the hospital, saying things like, "I'll never forgive you." So, I mean, surely the game will pull it all together for Shannon. Shannon is kind of the last loose thread, and then after that we just deal with our problems like an adult. It is a shame to see this game, take such an uncreative turn right at the very end. Like, my fucking god. The opening chapter of the game starts so strong because it feels like it is finally delivering on Clock Tower as it is meant to be. And now it's just fucking, like, budget Resident Evil. Like, what a bunch of fucking... Ugh. So maybe the guy who directs Clock Tower is no good at directing Clock Tower, and that's a shame. You had so much hope for the game at the beginning? Yeah, I really did. But, like, here's the thing. To me, this kind of suffers from the same problem that Kojima games suffer from, where, like, in a Kojima game, you have a man who is like, I am going to make a video game, and in order to make a video game, I am going to take parts of all the movies and other video games I love, and just kind of mush them together. As opposed to, like, having a concept that is just, like, wholly original from the start, like, in its, like, stands on its own. Like, did getting Kiefer Sutherland improve Metal Gear Solid 5? No, it really didn't. But Kiefer Sutherland played a guy on TV, and Kojima liked the TV show, so everything is a copy of a copy. Some things are better copies than other copies, though. Like, this is just like them putting Mr. Bates in this is just like, hey, you remember the movie Psycho? Wasn't that a good horror movie? You remember the movie Psycho, right? And it's like, yeah, I remember the movie Psycho. Yep, yes, I have watched the movie Psycho now. I understand the movie Psycho. What is this game doing with that connection? Nothing. It's doing nothing. Yeah, the movie Psycho, it turns out... I hate having to say it, but movie Psycho not good. Movie Psycho is so boring. It is, like, it is so funny that reviewers at the time were like, yeah, this movie is just okay. Also, it's a gimmick movie. When you know what the jump scares are, they stop being scary. And, like, everybody after those reviewers was like, Alfred Hitchcock, good though, right? Like, Alfred Hitchcock, smart man, horror man, he good director. And it's just like, dude, I don't know if Alfred Hitchcock was a good director. I don't know. But he's so smart. It's kind of like, I have the same problem with Hitchcock that I do with Kubrick, which is that, like, Kubrick's movies, some of them are just bad, but because he's a guy with a lot of clout, they get written off as being, like, just fine, actually. Like, here's the thing about, Stanley Kubrick, right? He made the movie Lolita, and, like, that movie, right? Like, if you are a movie-going audience and you have not read the book Lolita, all you know is that it's about a creepy guy who is obsessed with a girl, a young girl. in a way that is inappropriate, one can say. But having read the book Lolita, to make a movie of that story is so, like, it's pointless.
Wench.
Alright, let's see if we get Bates out for this.
You ruined my life.
Okay.
Your curse has befallen me,
Yeah.
and I'll never forgive you for it.
Bates.
Die, you cursed wench.
Bates time. No. Yeah!
Fuck off, bitch.
I do kind of love him still.
What the hell?
Oh my god. Hitchcock and Kubrick, famous for using abusive tactics to get performances out of actors. Yes, this is also true. Yeah, we just kicked her. We were just like, fuck her. Yeah, we found a hatchet. Chop him up. Like, I feel like the cult of personality around, people like, Hitchcock and Kubrick far outpaces their actual talent. Like, the movie Lolita, I have a big problem with this fucking movie. I found the key to the graveyard. Okay. Sure. Amulet has been placed here. Pick up the amulet. By the way, why couldn't we cut up that body with the survival knife? Don't ask stupid questions. Don't talk about things like
He's
that.
not much use anymore.
This is a Jude? Okay. Let me, Savaload. Adventure game puzzle logic. Yeah, exactly. So we gotta pick up the amulet. Just because I don't know where... Like, I don't know what the fuck... I could just lose this. I want to have it on me in case I have to put it down at a different place. I mean, both of them should be able to open a door somewhere. Where is that door? It's quite a good question, isn't it? I think I have to go back to... hold on. Let me check over here first. Okay. So the movie Lolita is fine. It tells the story of Humbert Humbert, a man who is a very creepy dude who lusts over a young girl. But, like, Nabokov as an author is very much a guy who you cannot make movies out of his, books from, because his books aren't, I love Nabokov. I've read a lot of his books, and one thing that sticks out about him as an author, more than anything else, is that this is a man who knows what a novel is.
Why would there be a grave in a research lab?
Who gives a fuck, Alyssa? Vladimir Nabokov is very invested.
Uncle Philip.
Uncle
Alyssa.
Phil.
The curse. Alan Hale. Fooled me. Completely.
Okay. The more
He fooled. Even me.
pauses, the more
Uncle
dramatic.
Philip, what did my father do?
Alyssa. The golden statue. It wasn't the curse. It was all his plan.
Okay.
Watch out for you too.
Okay. Alright, wow. That was incredible. Amazing.
Uncle Philip. No.
Uncle Philip, yes! Okay, so Uncle Phil is dead.
A key. Oh, I've got to find my father.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Wow. Amazing. Incredible. Okay,
Why would there
so
be a
Vladimir
grave
Nabokov is
in a
like,
research
he's my
lab?
favorite author. I'm actually, I mean, I talk a lot about movies and horror movies and stuff like that. I would consider myself relatively well-read.
This is Uncle Philip's name? This is Uncle Philip's name?
Is he a fucking ghost? Okay. Sure. We have a large door key. Yay. So Vladimir Nabokov is, Uncle Phil was a ghost the whole time, mystery solved. We did it! He was a ghost. The zombies are ghosts. He made the zombie ghosts, and his whole family was a ghost. And, that's it. That's the game. Okay. What about this? What do you have to say about this?
There's nothing here.
There's nothing here. Alright. So Nabokov is most widely known for Lolita because it's kind of a scandalous story. Large door key. But his other work is really good. Including Invitation to a Beheading, Ada or a Door. Okay, we made it. Green key. But the thing about, Nabokov is he's way into the idea of the novel as an activity. Oh, and, Panin. Panin is one of his other books. All of Nabokov's books, in some way,
The statue. But
pick
why is
it
it
up.
here?
Pick it
I thought
up.
I burned it.
Pick it up. Pick up the statue.
The statue. But why is it here? I thought I burned it.
Okay. Okay.
The statue. But why is it here? I thought I burned it.
So, some novels are very easy to make movies out of. Something like, Silence of the Lambs or, Jurassic Park. They lend themselves very well to movies. But, like, a book like Panin, where it is following the course of this guy's life, and then around halfway through the novel, you find out that the half of the novel you were reading has been written by a man in Panin's life, in the book. The half of the novel you were reading is, like, a meta-novel.
An incinerator? But what for?
Okay. And that the man who is writing the novel about the main character is a complete fucking asshole, right? Like, you're reading this story about this little Russian guy, and, it's everything is being played for laughs, right? Like, it's a comedy book. And then you find out halfway through the book that, like, the comedy was coming from laughing at this poor man's life, by somebody who hates him. By somebody who is writing a novel to make fun of him, and, like, is inviting you to laugh along with that. And that is not a story that lends itself well to film. That is not a story that is good to make a movie out of, because, like, you have to have half of the movie made out to be a movie
what
that
this
another
is.
man is making. Like, you're watching a movie within a movie, and that's like a surprise twist. I hear a man's. Okay, there's a man's now. Alright. No, we're gonna run right into him. Alright. So the difference with a novel is, like, when you find out you are reading a novel written, by a character in a novel, you can continue to read the novel and, like, recontextualize what you have previously read, but, like, a movie does not have an author. A movie, does not have a character who is manipulating what you see and hear, because a movie is made with a camera, while a novel is made with, like, a person's direct words. A movie is seen as, like, an objective record of events, whereas a novel is somebody's opinion about something happening. So what the fuck do we do about this one, huh? I mean, I guess we shoot him, or, like, maybe do something. We gotta give him the jukes. So the story of Lolita specifically that Kubrick chose to tell is, like, a story about a man who is telling the story as he sees himself, right? He is not telling the story about him being a monster. He is a monster who is telling a story about him being a hero, and you can't really do that with a movie camera. You can't have a man telling his own story because the camera is the one telling the story. The director is the one telling the story. The main character of the film is not the one telling their own story. So Kubrick, like, very early on in his film career, recorded the movie Lolita, and it's, like, pointless. Like, it's a pointless movie, because you can't have it from the main character's perceptions. You can't really have an unreliable narrator in a movie, because the movie is directly capturing people's conversations as opposed to you being told about a conversation from somebody who had it, but not the other side, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is why I do not like Kubrick as a director. I think that, he tries to do a lot of flashy things, and his panache is what captures people's attention as opposed to his actual filmmaking skills. Hitchcock? I mean, like, I have to watch more Hitchcock movies. I do know that he breaks conventions of movies that come before him, but, like, my god, watching, like, Psycho for the first time, I was amazed by how, like, boring that movie is. It's a very, very bland psychological thriller that relies almost entirely on you, the audience, not knowing that Norma Bates is dead the entire time. I still love Rear Window. Rear Window's good. Rear Window is genuinely a solid film. I feel like Rear Window is a good, it's a good story for a movie to tell. Like, hold on. Fuck, I'm dead. Because, like, hold on. So, Rear Window is about somebody's perceptions looking through a lens, essentially. Like, in the same way we as the audience are looking through a camera lens, the main character of Rear Window is looking through his window into people's lives. That's also a thing I share with my older sister. It might be carried heavily by that, maybe. I remember being entertained by Rear Window. I still have to see Vertigo, which, I mean, I guess I'm gonna do now. I guess I'm gonna watch Vertigo. But I was taken aback by how mediocre, excuse me, how mediocre, Psycho was as a film. For a movie that has such outsized influence on horror media, like, it was truly just genuinely fine, I guess. Psycho is the kind of movie that does well for a movie theater. The final scene where Jimmy Stewart is fighting the villain using a camera flash is so fucking funny to me. Oh, I also need to see Vertigo. We can watch Vertigo. There's like, having your main character use a camera as a weapon is like, to me, there's an interesting meta context there. In the same way, Peeping Tom uses a character with a camera to, like, commentate on how the audience perceives, movies. I could talk a lot about Peeping Tom, to be quite honest. Even though that's a mediocre film, there's some very interesting ideas in it. Hi, Maxwell. No, we can't run away from him. I really liked Rear Window when I saw it. I feel like it plays to Hitchcock's strong suit, but the actual text of the scene makes me laugh so hard. Yeah, it is very funny. Psycho, here's the thing about Psycho, right? Psycho feels like a movie that is made for theaters. Psycho is a movie that is made for people who do not get the chance to watch it again. By what I mean is, like, if you watch Psycho multiple times, I feel like the novelty of what it does well gets worn thin, right? The surprise scares that, hold on. No, nada. The surprise scares that it is trying to get you with do not work as well when you know they are coming. When you know the shower scene is about to happen, like, it is much less shocking than all of a sudden being confronted with violence. And because we have, like, the benefit of, like, you know, cultural context and stuff like that, we know the shower scene is coming, and the violence is, I mean, it's still shocking, but it's much more blunted to me. But when you are seeing a movie and the only place you could see that movie is in a movie theater by paying tickets, you don't get that benefit. This is why, like, certain horror movies are just like The Conjuring is built to be seen in a movie theater. And you could tell by the audio mixing. I've talked about that before. The mixing on The Conjuring is meant to be played over a movie theater stereo. And if you are not listening to it on a movie theater stereo, like, it kind of feels weird. Killing the protagonist in the first half of the movie is still a shock, but once you know it's coming, there's not a ton of merit to it. Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of twists to the movie, but, like, when you can watch a movie on demand at any time, then a movie like Psycho doesn't really work, right? I feel the same way about The Exorcist, where The Exorcist having freeze frames of scary faces works much, much better in the context of a movie theater when you cannot pause or rewind. When you can't pause or rewind a movie, having something suddenly jump out at you is like a scare. But when you can pause and rewind, it's like less effective because like you can go back and you can watch it again and again and again. But yeah, there are a couple of like fake outs with the movie Psycho about protagonists where like you are viewing it from the eyes of different people who encounter Norman Bates. And like it's interesting, but I don't find it gripping at all. And this is not an old movie problem. Like, it is not the problem of old movies being boring. Quite the contrary. Old movies can be very, very fascinating with less, like, twists and turns than a movie like Psycho has. Like, one of my favorite movies is Sunset Boulevard. It's a film that came out before Psycho, and it is way more gripping in its, like, characters and their motivations than something like Psycho, where I feel like it follows a pretty standard plot of, like, there's this woman, she's on the run, and she meets a serial killer. And, like, that's fine. And then she gets investigated, and other people begin to meet the serial killer, and other people began to put the narrative together that Norman Bates is a wacko murderer. But, like, the explanation scene where the movie ties itself together, to me, is, like, it shows a very poor craftsmanship of the film itself. And that is something where it's like, I don't like it. If you have to sit me down for 5 minutes... Hi, Luli. Hi, yeah. Luli, I watched the movie Psycho to understand why there's a character called Mr. Bates in this, and you're never gonna believe why. There's a character called Mr. Bates in this, because in the movie Psycho, there's a guy named Norman Bates, and he has a split personality who murders people. So Alyssa, she's in this movie, and she has a split personality that murders people, so, they called him Mr. Bates, because it's like Psycho. Isn't that cool? Isn't that really interesting? The movie Psycho was very, very boring. Hey, it's Shannon. Are you gonna fucking murder me
I'm
again?
not going to let you escape.
What a
You're going
deep
to
cut.
die here.
Yeah, exactly.
What have I done?
Shannon, stop!
What a joke. Calling my name. Did you ever have the right to call me by my name? You abandoned me when I was just a little girl.
Okay. Yeah, what's your, how did you like Psycho? Did you enjoy it?
If you must kill someone, kill me.
Did you
What good is
appreciate
there in
it?
getting revenge against Alyssa?
Revenge? Maybe you're right. But there must be a better way.
It must be. Okay. She took a pill and died. See, because of her skin color, I thought
What
she was a
foolish
ghost.
girl.
Maybe she's just very
is
white.
that?
My daughter.
Huh?
Okay. No, she's just goth. I can't even examine her body. She's just dead now. Unsolicited psycho opinion is that it's okay. Thank you, Combustible Ducks. Exactly. It's fine. It's an okay movie, but, like, I don't know if it's all it's cracked up to be. It's, really, like, it's kind of mediocre. I didn't mind. One of the less pretentious things we watched. It was more analyzing the directing style of Hitchcock. Yep, yeah. Psycho is basically only known for a movie made by Alfred Hitchcock. And Alfred Hitchcock, he's a good director, right? It's incredibly influential, but that doesn't make it less boring. Exactly. I feel like Psycho as a film is carried by
This place is scary.
the cult of personality around Hitchcock viewed as an auteur. I think that corpse is a Hitchcock reference. I was literally gonna say, it looks like Hitchcock.
This place is scary.
Wow. Amazing. Like, Psycho as a film on its own
detective.
does not stand
My
very well.
investigation's over. I just found Tate's body. There's no sign that the number of zombies is decreasing, and it's time to get out of here.
Are you gonna try to escape?
Wow,
The
the line
zombies
was
will get
sped
us
up.
and eat us if we stay here like this. Let's try to get out of here together.
What does this mean? Ah! What does this mean, sir? Let's try to get out of here together.
If we get out, we've got to get some help.
Yes.
Okay. Is it worth watching Psycho 98? Does anyone have Psycho 98 opinions? From my understanding, Psycho
Is my father
98
safe?
is
It's a miracle to survive.
literally a shot-for-shot remake of the original Psycho movie. Yeah, it's like basically the exact same film. Ending rank B! Woo! Ending rank B! That's not the one we want, though. That's not the movie, that's not the ending we want. We want A.
You just can't run away and leave things like this.
I looked it up. Horrendous. Like, the thing about, like, a shot-for-shot... Here's the thing, right? Psycho is a movie that really only works well in theaters because, like, it's a movie... it's a movie that works by surprise. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having to, having to deal with this fucking game. Let's watch 1990's Psycho 4 instead. Finally. Yeah, there's 4 Psychos. Now me personally, I'm a huge fan of American Psycho 2. I think that film is just the tops. It's a prequel. Yeah, like, where do you take the Psycho story after Psycho 1? But, like, when a movie gets spread by, like, word of mouth, and, like, only through people's reviews and word of mouth in a time when movies are in the theaters and there's no internet, a movie like Psycho does well. When people have already seen the movie Psycho and you make a shot-for-shot remake, it's just like, okay, well, there were no twists, and all Psycho is really good for are the twists. So, like, if all the twists are not original, what's the point of watching it? I'll just watch fucking Psycho 1. There needs to be a Y2K revival resurrection of American Psycho 2. Let me tell you, I've seen the film, and it's good. It's a good movie. Way better than the original American Psycho. Okay, maybe not. And that one dude is in all the movies. Yeah, they got the original Norman Bates for, like, literally every other Psycho film. Hey, is it maybe fucked up that, like, they cast, a gay actor as a murderer who has mommy issues and dresses in drag? Is that something that, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, I just think it's funny. I just think it's a little weird. What an odd coincidence that they did that. And then he got typecast as that character for the rest of his film career. It's super cool of them to do that, and they should do it again. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I just fucking realized. Psycho and Silence of the Lambs are two critically acclaimed horror movies, featuring, like, cross-dressing villains, where they very calmly explain that these aren't trans people. Hey, don't worry. This super weird serial killer is not a trans person. I watched the Y2K Family Guy episode, thank you very much. Oh, was it good? Oh, was it really good? Was it maybe like a really good movie? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Doing a little fucking shuffle. I hear Family Guy good. I see funny clip compilations of Family Guy all the time. Stewie turned into a very pregnant squid. Oh, that must have been like the Y2K version of Pickle Rick. When Stewie was like, I'm a squid, Brian. I'm a pregnant squid. That's my Stewie impression. Thank you. You could leave your money in the floor, on the floor, on the street, and I'll scrounge for it. The way it gives people a license to just openly make transphobic jokes and feel, okay about it. Yeah, that is sort of a little bit of a, that is sort of a Family Guy. Next Silence of the Lamb fan is on site. Yeah. So here's the thing. I read all of the Hannibal Lecter books, and let me tell you, there are very weird recurring references to queerness in them. I brought it up before, definitely, but Red Dragon is it's like a book about a man who misogynistically murders women and beats their face in, and the investigators, who are the lead characters, our protagonists, the cops, are like, okay, so like, very clearly this is a guy who hates women, and like, he's very obviously straight, but what if we tell the newspapers he's gay and call him, quote-unquote, the Tooth Fairy, because he knocks women's teeth out and he's a fairy, and that'll make him really mad, and he'll get really mad over it, and because he's so mad he slips up. And it's just like, that's weird. Why would you do that? Mr. Hannibal Lecter writer, why would you do that, sir? Who wrote those books and said, yeah, this is solid writing? Now, I think, hold on, I don't like any of the Hannibal Lecter, books or movies, having read them all. Silence of the Lambs gets a lot of praise. I really think that cis people are willing to praise a movie where a trans person is a serial killer just because, well, they like that idea for some reason. I can't wait for you to stand in the middle of a campfire in a circle of people and go on one of your cute little tirades about cannibal media. Oh yeah. Oh baby, I'll take any fucking opportunity I get. So here's the thing, right? All the Hannibal Lecter movies are mediocre, except for Michael Mann's Manhunter, because, like, it's a movie about a police officer. Hold on a second. Alright, I don't have to take that. Manhunter is a movie about a police hunter who is teaming up with Hannibal Lecter to catch a serial killer, right? That's what the movie's, about. But instead of being like, here's this good copman who is, chasing a serial killer, it's about this man who meets Hannibal Lecter, and Hannibal Lecter's like, bro, you're my bud. You've got the killing instinct. You've got a love for murder, and you're not telling anyone. Bro, he loves murder. I love murder too. We're like buddies. And you're trying to catch the serial killer? He loves murder too. We're all the same over here. You, me, the serial killer, but especially you as a police officer that loves murder. Like, you're really like, that's cool.
Why is it here?
And the guy is
I
just
thought I
like,
burned it.
nah, man, not me. I don't love murder. I don't know what you're talking about. And at the end of the film, he murders the serial killer, and he really seems to like, he gets very much in the headspace of a guy who is stalking and killing somebody. So it's like, wow, he really does love murder. But after that, he goes back home to his family, and he's still in murder mode, and this police officer reaches for his fucking gun when he's, like, talking to his wife, just very casually. And it's like, Sir? Sir? What? That's weird. Alright. So it's about Will Graham before he became a sweaty, autistic homosexual in the show. Haven't watched the show. I don't care about it because, the cannibalism, does not appeal to me. I'm like, oh, it's two dudes who are, like, eating people together, and it's, like, homoerotic. Make them women instead, then I'll watch it. I'll sit through fucking 20 seasons of that shit if they weren't two dudes. Some kind of tool has been placed here. Wow, fantastic. Some kind of tool. We do need a femme version of that. Oh, please. Give me a creepy woman Hannibal Lecter. I would do a lot for that. But instead we get Will Graham and Hannibal Lecter having a cute, little, I'm just hot for Mads Mikkelsen. That's okay, so is Kojima. You are forgiven. Hannibal Lecter. I like that. That's funny. Alright, that was a dramatic shot. Let me save a state. Alright, where are we going? Okay.
I envied you. Your brilliance. Your wealthy family. Everyone must die.
Oh, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you.
Sorry, how rude of me.
I wish I could get audio working with those. I don't know how it's not working. Hasn't been working.
You're not my daughter.
Okay.
You're the daughter of George Maxwell.
Okay.
I was jealous of this man. So to make him fall, I dug you up from the Maxwell's grave.
It shouldn't be a splat. It should have horror game sound effects.
Father,
Of course.
I don't understand.
You were the cursed child of the Maxwell family. The daughter with the cruel alter ego. The
Okay.
cursed daughter born into the Maxwell family every few generations.
Okay. Alright.
Everyone must die.
Does he just murder me? Wow. And that's it. That's the game. Am I looking for something? Do I...
You're brilliant.
Hey. Alright.
Wealthy. The one who crazy.
Father?
Okay.
Alyssa, you're
I don't know. Do I need
so
baits?
tall.
I don't understand.
The daughter with the
Okay. Everyone must die. Oh, I had to mash. I had to fucking mash. Oh, I didn't know I had to mash. Do you have the amulet on you? I have no items on me. I had to mash. There was a mash prompt for 1 second. Wow. I can't believe this game created quick time events. Oh, this game sucks. Yeah, it like you forget for a little bit and then it reminds you like, hey, I just want to remind you that I'm not very good. He's about to bait. It's baiting time. Yep.
Alyssa,
It's baiting time.
you are not my daughter.
Alright, we could pretend that's how it ends too. It would be very funny if Alyssa just gets cut in half and that's the end of it. I really wish that they would like bisect her model when that happens for added horror.
You up from the Maxwell's grave.
What are you talking about?
We have this game thanks for the wait. We have this game to thank for the creation of all the David Cage games.
The daughter with the
We don't talk
cruel
about that
ego.
man on this channel.
Daughter born into the Maxwell family.
I do not like David Cage. I am not a fan, and if this game is responsible for him, oh, we do now. You remember when David Cage was like, please don't play Heavy Rain a second time. Don't do multiple playthroughs of my game. Please don't do that.
I loved you as if you were my own daughter. I never thought of you as a tool to harm anyone.
Whether she lives or dies, the ending is funny. Yay.
So I infected the statue with bacteria.
You
To make him go
infected the
crazy.
statue with the
Father?
bacteria.
Goodbye, Alyssa. Hurry and leave. This building is going to blow up.
Yeah, Spec Ops the grime.
Wait, Father.
Is that technically... Oh my god, I have to mash again. Wow.
You're not my father.
Lie down.
Thanks, Corey. Is that the game? Is that literally the game? Is that ending A? That's ending A? Are you serious? No fucking way. God, fuck Spec Ops for it's pretentious. It's your fault for playing this game. Bullshit. I'll never forgive them. Wow. No, David Cage, please not another 2-hour Fahrenheit talk. I would play Fahrenheit on stream. I would be willing to play Fahrenheit, the Indigo Prophecy on stream. There's more? Not right now, I wouldn't, but goddamn, that game is a fucking
Look at this.
shit show.
I'll get him with this.
I'll get him.
You know what you're doing. Digging up the Maxwell grave?
You think the curse is real? It's
Lulu, you
it's
don't like
pure
Fahrenheit?
absurdity. The curse of the Maxwells is just an old wives' tale.
What are you doing? Really dissect the dialogue. You remember when that guy goes into a church and, like, it's basically just a scene ripped off from The Exorcist and Amityville Horror,
It's hard, isn't it?
but he does kung fu
Everyone's dead, and it's all my fault.
to,
Maybe so.
maybe
It would've
so?
been better if I had died.
I'm not going to die.
It's not that you've died there once already, you know. Well, I guess I've got to get rid of those zombies.
Oh well, yeah, I gotta get rid of
It's not
zombies,
gonna
sorry.
be easy.
What is that conversation? Everyone died. It's all my fault. Maybe so. Yeah, it is. But get over it. It's okay. All right. is Mr. Bates just still a part of you? Like, that wasn't resolved at all? Literally not at all. He's just there. We're just a cursed fucking child. Like, what do you want? Alyssa's just... She was supposed to die, and her dad, her surrogate father, dug her up because he was like, she can't possibly have an evil alter ego because of the Maxwell family curse. And he was jealous of George Maxwell, so he put zombie bacteria on a statue. And the statue made George Maxwell go insane, so Uncle Phil and him stole all the research. And then Uncle Phil took the statue home, and Alyssa got poisoned by the bacteria, and the statue became possessed, and Stephanie got possessed too, and Shannon was there. Wow. This is literally what happens every fucking time I play a Clock Tower game, where I'm like, they set up a bunch of questions in the first act, like in Clock Tower 2, what's the mystery of Scissor Man? Everyone is like, there's a mystery of Scissor Man, and I'm like, okay, alright, I'm on board. What is the mystery of Scissor Man? You have me asking the question, what is the answer? And it's always just like a bunch of bullshit. Like the statue had a zombie bacteria, idiot. And it's just like, okay, fine, sure, whatever. I heard that Bates is actually supposed to be Alyssa's dead brother possessing her body. I think it's explained in the Japanese version, but I don't remember. Story's not the same in the Japanese version, though everything is still how it plays out. Like, characters have different names and all that. Oh, fuck. I would like to know what the Japanese version has as its story, because there are parts of this that can work together, but, like, they don't. They do not in this version. I am not going to learn Japanese to understand what happens here. Sorry. I'm not doing that. Special thanks to all these chucklefucks. Developer number 1. He was number 1. I will do it. Thank you, Luli. Finally, someone willing to commit the time to the Clock Tower series that I can't. Here's the localization theme. There's Stoppenbach, there's Hishida, there's Shreve. Everyone loves Shreve. I get too mad at this game to try and figure this game out. Yeah. There was a hint about how the armor, where the armor was would affect our story. What the fuck was that hint talking about? What armor? What was it literally even referencing? The possessed armor from the start of the game? I do absolutely want to know. It mentioned armor affecting the ending, but this is assumedly ending A, and there was no armor. Is it talking about Maxwell or something? Is it talking about the amulet, metaphorical armor against the spirits? I don't know. Yes, the armor from the start of the game. You must interact with it in Chapter 1 and it chase you? What? What happens if you don't? What? URL http www.assieent.com and a P.O. box. What? There's no way they still have that fucking P.O. box. Literally not a chance. If you do not trigger the armor, you get Soft locked into ending G by this time you start chapter 3. What does the armor even do? How does that work? I would be furious if that happened to me. I would literally not complete the game. So, yay, I did that. Publisher went out of business in 2008, 15 years ago. Ooh, spooky haunted publisher. They're the defunct, scary publisher. Alright, let me look up ASCII Entertainment. Japanese publishing company. ASCII Media Works. Merged with another, okay. They did a bunch of light novels and manga. Maybe this is the wrong ASCII. Like, products. The MSX? ASCII made the MSX? Huh? Am I missing something? Ending G is Alyssa dies because Maxwell chucks the armor from the roof onto Alyssa. There's nothing you can do to stop it, but restart the game. That sucks. God damn it. This game, maybe is a bit of a stinker. This song's a bop, though. And I like Mr. Bates. Literally the biggest middle finger in the series. Yeah, that might be one of the worst things in Clock Tower. Amazing. Incredible. So I figured that I might complete the game today. So I got another game ready. But before I switched to that, goodbye Clock Tower 2. Forever. Goodbye. Before I swap to the other game, I gotta take a little bit of a break for a second. So, enjoy listening to music. I'll be right back. I gotta get some water and stuff.